皆さん、こんばんは。Buenas noches todos and good evening. Excuse me. Good evening, everyone. This is Imabin VTuber Disha going online with yet another assortment of weird stuff you can come across only from Japan, of course. So let's get started without much further ado or messing around. Here's today's top story. Just whatever that I just happened to come across at the beginning, anyways. But let's start. Yeah. Now that the Comget C101 is over, here's one of those people reminiscing about some of the mess ups they did on on their first ever, and buddy of this guy. On the first ever publication of Doujinshi, apparently he's a writer, so he has no idea. He has no graphics background at all. So, but the data he's sending for the cover in real life would be about 2 doors huge. Yeah, so it's going to be a very, very big doujinshi. And meanwhile, this guy apparently he was actually drawing something, but he felt his painting software was acting so heavy, laggy. And then he realized that his canvas size was 3 meters by 4 meters, so couple feet long, couple feet wide. And it turns out there actually is a paper size with that of that size, but 2 doors. Called the C size. C1s, yeah. So most, of course, people are going like, oh wow, gee, whoever it is, they must have a really high spec PC because even legal size for some people, poster size, slows down the system. Anyways, moving right along. Here's some guy who has been to Caesarea, one of those restaurants with huge serving room, of course. Not as bad as some of the ones that I usually post on this streaming on Sundays. But yeah, this guy's buddy. So here's a quote from this guy's buddy. Yeah. Buddy arrives way too early at the restaurant, so he texts message. So do you want me to order something for you? And he replies in that's all the item names on the menu. So like A1, so it cuts down quite a bit, of course, but hell, it helps. It accelerates everything much, makes the ordering much easier, I suppose, but still. Oh, excuse me. Gotta shrink down a bit. Goes a bit. Now, okay, if you can make a crane in origami, you can make this one too, but here's the instruction of how to make it. If you get it, then you can make a bodybuilder. Yeah. A fine way to I don't think you can think there's any use for a brown origami outside of this, so there you go. People are trying it out, of course, themselves. Yeah. Yeah. This guy actually made it on with the Gawok mode of a crane, as it turns out. Yeah, this guy actually had to add nipple to it, of course it's possible. And yeah, sure, add all the muscles you can have. And mom and little brother made it here, as it turns out, this guy. But there you go, yes. Now you can get your own origami macho guy, bodybuilder. Ferris wheel being recycled as a rest stop in a ski slope, as it turns out. Just a kind of interesting way of using stuff. And this guy is a musician and not a tech guy, so he surprised his buddy sending the weirdest stuff in. Yes, it looks like an okay musical note. The problem is, it's saved as Excel file, almost impossible. Yeah, there are some musical note softwares, as it turns out, but then at least this is a little more flexible. The problem is, many people pointing out printing it would be a big mess. Assuming all the cells and everything else is lined up properly. Yeah, there are some actually freewares and then the commercial wares that is about $600. And in the meantime, this one guy who actually yeah managed to do musical score on overall things possible manga drawing software, as it turns out. Yeah, basically, so long as you can actually finish making the parts, it's then after that, it's all copy and paste, so it ain't that hard as it turns out. And Sato Fishy is is one of those merchants who actually Hokkaido from Hokkaido. They have stores in Haneda, Tokyo Airport. So here's what they boast. We consider the Haneda Airport part of Hokkaido as well. Well, sort of Vladimir Putin style logic, I guess. And this one is one of the cute one, I suppose, but then it could be one of the LGBTQ type of issues, which that part I'm not going to get into. Okay, these two adorable rodents came from Italy called Piscaccia. And yes, they're quite. They are, yeah, chummy and close to each other. But then they've been together for 3 years. But then they, it turns out they did actual gender check because what was supposed to be what was identified as male from Italy turned out to be a girl. And all they say was what the hell? So long as they're happy together. Well, yeah, animals is aimed at pretty tricky as apparently, but there's even an OL whose they thought was male, laid an egg. Oopsie. And this guy came across a dojishi at home, and yeah, if you only know from the more recent days, it doesn't click in. But then if you know her from early days, close to the time and age of this doujinshi, you can tell. That's the kind of style Rumiko Takahashi had back when she was doing Maison Ikkoku and the early part of Urusei Yatsura. Yep. Basically, as it turns out, this was in fact dojishi made by Rumiko Takahashi herself. So it is one of these very, very rare dojishi. And yes, Urusei, the recent remake of Urusei Yatsura, it is turning out to be rather a good, well, a relatively well received comedy. Well, it's not a smash, cult hit as the old one was once, but it's not, panned or like Cowboy Bebop live version or certain Netflix stuff in addition. Anyways, there were few oddities. It's just that this is people from who are in their 30s and 20s making it. So basically, when the so they don't know the era when the Urusei Yatsura started out. So one of the this was one of the shots in the more recent episode where Ram was dressed in kimono and Dad. And the cast of Dad, as it turns out, is the old Ataru himself from the original series. But anyways, he was actually holding a camera, old-fashioned one, the film camera, and then he was snapping away as it were a digital camera. And this is not 2020. This is definitely 1980s, 70s and 80s for sure. If you pay attention to this side, it's a CRT. It's a CRT TV. But yeah, so that's a. It's not a generation gap, but then lack of communication between generations would be more like it. But yeah, most of these usually had a wind switch like this. So once you take a picture of it, you have to swing it to move the film to the next frame. And there's also the issue with antenna on the TV. You'd see on the roof where it's okay. I wasn't even aware. It was a digital transmission receiver, not UHF antenna. And this one was Maison Ikkoku was drawn by the people who was born back before it. Yeah, 60s and 70s, so they know the actual old landline phones. So they would actually draw the curls here on the between the main part of the phone and the receiver. In the meantime, in the remake, it's a straight cord which did exist, but then it was before. This is one of those model before 1970s. So it's kind of weird. It's turning out to be a weird mixture of modern and retro style. And in the opening, if you see the opening on YouTube, they're actually using smartphone in the middle of this, so it doesn't quite. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. All over the place. As far as shall we say, where his timeline setting would be. Anyways, yes, this dad, he was locked into the washroom by accident, so he had to kick out physically. Apparently, the lock broke, and there was no, he didn't have fuel inside, so he had to kick it out. Of course, there was a thing about people going like, yeah, you should use the toilet paper or something to see if you can actually unlatch it from the inside. Yeah, the carpenter did a swab job, so he couldn't actually be like, you can't sneak in, slide in anything from the inside. Only from outside can they actually do it. In the meantime, one of those bidet, automatic bidet, the one that washes your butt automatically, it broke down and it wouldn't stop. Oh dear. Okay, this guy, one of the shops that, one of the restaurant, yakitori restaurant that he always went to, the entranceway was blocked by a vending machine after the COVID-19 pandemic, so he figured it went bankrupt. But last night he found out that the vending machine, if you push it, yeah, it's door. Yeah, apparently, yeah, the yakitori store was actually has gone under, and the new owner actually set this up as a joke. So this is how it looks like on a Google map, if anybody's interested. Let's see. Of course, cup noodle Nishin was a 1-to-1 scale, not plastic model, but more like a 3D puzzle from Bandai being famous. Here's one of those idiotic ideas they come up with. Now, it is official that they have to. It is official saying to have something to put on top of the on top of the bread to keep the lid shut. And this is from the official Cup Noodle account Twitter account. Here's what they came up with this time around. Sure. It sure looks like a melting ice cream bar, but no. This is actually a melting ice cream bar figurine. If you think that's nuts, just wait till what they came up with otherwise. A cup noodle phone case. A smartphone case that actually look like you're seeing a cross section of the cup noodle. Yeah. And even worse, This one will probably scare the shit out of you if you don't remember what you did last night. They made a phone charger that'll make you feel like WTF in the morning. Yeah, and of course, yeah, and of course, it is full again. If you look carefully at the it is Cup Noodle himself. Apparently they are making a miso flavored cup noodle, if anyone is interested. And of course the cup noodle deck brush. It sure looks like it'll smell afterwards. Anyways. Oh, and this is a mirror that'll make you feel like you're actually having you're actually eating a cup noodle, real good. Or you can practice to look like you're eating a delicious piece of noodle. You think they're kidding about this? Unfortunately, no. They're not shitting. Apparently, there is actually a tent of this shape coming up by a crazy crazy crown site who actually does these customized tents. No comment. Yeah. So, anyways, some of the more bizarre stuff they always make. And yeah, you'd think that the Miku is safe from this whole shit. Yep, she is actually part of the crab. Of all things possible. Okay, anyways, so sounds bad. Okay, and cheerleading pom pom, cup noodle style. Okay, anyways. That's how it goes, I suppose. So I'll just wrap it up. Again, it's not. If I go any further, it'll probably blow the mind off people off people anyway. So I'll just wrap it up here and see if I can date someone after this. Anyways, thank you for coming in and have a good night. はい。じゃあご視聴ありがとうございました。てか。